What is going on, guys? Time for another building a settlement part. Changes have been made once again. This time I've added mods. This is why you can see the giant concrete wall and the big ass door. All I've done so far is just wall off the whole settlement for the extra protection, and that's it. First thing that we're going to do though is build some radiation detectors in the front entrance. Now this is for when someone wants to enter our settlement, we can detect how much radiation they have. And if it's too much, then bye-bye, and instantly we're going to shoot them in the face. Next, I was looking at some of the items and I noticed an Institute camera, and I thought this would be perfect for the front entrance, because not only can we detect the radiation now, but we also get to see the people clearly. And once I placed this above the door, I got one of them light bulbs above my head that you see, in the cartoons when they go ding, and my brain gave me this amazing idea. I wanted to build a security room where someone could keep an eye on the whole town and look out for the intruders. Now I knew exactly where I wanted this security room, so I flew over to the empty room using my superpowers of no collide and got to thinking. Once I was over there, this room was perfect. It was just big enough to fit everything in, but small enough to make a security guard go slightly crazy and maybe shoot a few people. I mean, we don't want to overcrowd. I was looking at some of the electronics and decided that the wall button light things were way too big and moved on. And then I tried getting this map console to work for some reason. I think I was just a little bit excited of all the choice. Clearly the console was too big to fit for the security room anyway, but further down there was these 9 TVs that was just ideal for my security room vision. I couldn't believe my luck. It was like Jonah Hill was shining his light down upon me, but then just as the light got brighter, it was shut down because all it did was clip into the wall. After crying like a baby in the fetal position for 5 minutes, I tried again on a different wall, and to my amazement, it worked. The light Jonah Hill once shined had come back, and it looked perfect, just how I envisioned it. Now the TVs were in place, it was time to decorate the rest of the room. I started with a console tower. Doesn't do anything, but it looks pretty cool. Then I added a desk and a filing cabinet in the corner, a teeny little bin, and obviously we needed a chair for the dude to sit on. I decided on adding a microphone ham radio, as this would be a way for him to communicate with the other guards and also to speak to potential settlers at the front door. After adding a few more small items such as boxes and a clock, I thought he's going to be spending all day in here, so he's going to need a drink at some point. So I placed a water cooler and a drinks dispenser, and that was it. The security room was complete. The next part, I wanted to make use of the concession stand and turn it into sort of like an outside diner, where you get like a quick snack or drink. First thing I added was a big drinks dispenser which clipped through a bit of the wall, but I was okay with it because it looked pretty good. Then I thought there wasn't much room in there, so I wanted to make use of the outside too, make it kind of like a storage area for things that, need storing. First I placed a door frame in the middle for some stupid reason. Surely it would have been easier to place the walls first that connect to it, so there would have been enough room. However, Jonah Hill must have been shining his light upon us once more, as the walls lined up perfectly. Apart from this last corner bit. This bit was a pain in the ass and almost drove me to slap the small child once again. I realised it wasn't going to work with this wall, so the last bit of desperation, I tried another wall, and again it fit perfectly. Jonah Hill was definitely approving of the settlement and the choices I was making today. I closed off the small gap behind the stand with some poles I found, and then went back to decorating the inside. If they was going to be doing food, then they're going to need a cooker, and luckily there was a brand spanking new one in this mod pack. I used the no collision glitch that I recently learned to merge 2 of them together to make it fit into this small gap. Some people say if it doesn't fit, don't force it. To them I say if it doesn't fit, I'm going to make it. On the opposite side I added a fridge, just to kind of fill it out a bit more, and plus we needed a fridge. A few more dispensers that I imagine these ones would have juice in, where the other one would have like coffee. Now the inside of the diner was complete, it was time to make the outside just a little bit more prettier. First of all, adding stools around the counter just so that people could sit alone and feed their faces, and then adding some picnic tables a bit further away just for the people who like to eat with other people. Now the diner area is pretty much completed, I wanted again to do some more to the front entrance. First of all, adding some sandbags as a small pathway and a barrier just to make it look a little bit more professional. I imagined a guard standing here all day bored out of his mind just waiting to lift the almighty barrier. I decided that if this was the case of how people are going to be entering the settlement, then we need a bit of a recruitment area where people can sign up, become a resident, or guests have to sign in and out. This way we can just keep a track of all the people inside the settlement. Now the recruitment building was just a nice 2x2 square building, only small as I'm not expecting that many guests. Once the building was complete, it was time to decorate, which is probably my favourite part of doing these settlements. Adding a long counter, I wanted a reception kind of feel into the room and a table to put stuff on next to it. I decided on adding a mailbox so people can send outgoing mail, and the guards of the settlement can look at them without the people knowing. A couch for the people to sit on and wait, and finally some computers for the staff, making the room look near exactly how I wanted it. The final thing to do was to wire this up. Once that was done, the recruitment centre was completed. I added lights and the electric to the diner, as it seemed I forgot about this, but now that it was done, it was also complete. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you have liked this video, then please do leave a like. Please leave a comment on any ideas you have for this settlement too, as I'm running out of ideas. But for now, guys, it is peace out and bye!